So this is one of the prime location of Paris. This place is
সো প্যারিসে টোটাল 20 ডিস্ট্রিক্টস আছে, এটাকে ডিস্ট্রিক্ট বলা হয়। তার মধ্যে 4টে ডিস্ট্রিক্ট হচ্ছে খুব প্রিমিয়াম অ্যান্ড পশ, ডিস্ট্রিক্ট 5, ডিস্ট্রিক্ট 12, ডিস্ট্রিক্ট 8 অ্যান্ড ডিস্ট্রিক্ট 4। এর মধ্যে একটা ডিস্ট্রিক্ট আছে ডিস্ট্রিক্ট 10, যেখানে ইন্ডিয়ানরা মোস্টলি থাকে। আপনাদেরকে একটু জুম করে দেখালাম এটা। দেখুন প্রত্যেক বাড়ির কর্নারে ডিস্ট্রিক্টের নাম্বারটা লেখা থাকে। সো
Isn't this beautiful? যেমন সুন্দর রাস্তা, তেমন সুন্দর সিটি, তেমন সুন্দর স্ট্রাকচার্স অ্যান্ড বিল্ডিংস। ওয়াও। হাসুমান, this place is called Hasuman.
Oak country, oak means for each country building.
আমার প্রোনাউন্সিয়েশনগুলো হয়তো পারফেক্ট হচ্ছে না, বাট আই থিঙ্ক আমাকে সবাই ক্ষমা করবে।
In the France, Belgium is a kind different, and Amsterdam is different. Like
So you can see the buildings on both the sides. They are quite symmetrical, sort of. You won't see any other. I mean, in the balconies, clothes being hanged and all that.
Right.
They don't allow all this. They are very, they like to be neat and tidy, and they like to look good. That is why people here, you will find them sitting outside the cafes. They like to be seen, and they like to see. So even in some of the restaurants, it's like they charge you,
more for outside.
extra for sitting outside. So right now there is not much of a sun, so maybe the Parisians are all inside. But when the sun comes out, they all come out. They like to be sitting in the sun. As I told you, the weather is kind of becoming very cold. I mean, it's quite cold for the last few weeks. It has been raining sometimes, and that's how it is. I mean, now what you see in front of you is the Arc de Triomphe, as I told you.
This is the famous one.
This is something like India Gate, and this was built by Napoleon. Actually, he started the construction of this, and he wanted to kind of exhibit his heroics. I mean, you can see all those the wars that he won and the victories and all that is depicted on this art.
Paris Gate of France Gate of Paris.
So this was built, but unfortunately Napoleon couldn't see this. The construction started, but then he lost the war at Waterloo. His last battle was at Waterloo, where he was defeated by the English army, and then he was held in prison at St. Helena, where he died finally. So then he was buried at Invalids, which will be, in the evening, after the lunch, that city tour that we go through, the guide will show you those things. So I don't want to tell you something, all those right now. She'll be telling you about this because she knows more than what I know. So this is the Arc de Triomphe. Our tour will start from here. This is a very, very important place in Paris. Most of the tourists you will find around this place. So this is also called Etoile. Etoile means star. You can see on the road a sign of stars. 12 streets radiate from this place. There are 12 streets you can see, and this has a shape like a star, sort of. This is also called Place Charles de Gaulle. Charles de Gaulle was a very, very important general for the French people, and you will find his name everywhere. Like we have Nehru, Gandhi, all those names in India. Similarly,
Airport.
yeah. Similarly here, you know, the airport is also named after him. You'll find his statues everywhere. So he's kind of the guy who is revered here. I mean, people know him. Kind of.
So now we can have a glimpse of the Eiffel Tower. ডিগল থেকে বেরিয়ে ভেতর পেছনের রাস্তা দিয়ে আসতে গিয়ে এখন দেখতে পাচ্ছি লেফট সাইডে মিস্টার আইফেল হালকা করে উকি দিচ্ছে।
ఉన్నారు దుబాయ్ నుంచి వచ్చారు కదా ఇద్దరు పిల్లలు.
This is Hotel Shangri-La, one of the most expensive hotel in the world. Indian rupees এটার প্রাইস হচ্ছে 1 lakh rupees per night. It costs 1 lakh INR, Indian rupees per night. So you can understand.
Above 1 lakh.
Above 1 lakh. The lowest room is 1 lakh. It's more than 1 lakh. This is Shangri-La, Paris.
Okay, so let's go outside. Okay, so welcome to Paris. My name is Catherine. So we're going to do just a 5-10 minute stop here, photo stop. Just stay here. Don't cross over there. Otherwise, I'll go to jail because it's totally forbidden to let you go over there. So just take a 5-minute picture here for this monument, which is called the Arch of Triumph. And there's one monument in India which copy this one, the India Gate. So it's the India Gate which copied this one, not the other way around. Huh? The India Gate was built 100 years after this one. All right. So I'll tell you everything when you come back. Okay.
So আমরা এখন দাঁড়িয়ে আছি এখানকার একটা ঐতিহাসিক মনুমেন্টের সামনে, which is called Arch de Triomphe. এটা নেপোলিয়ন বোনাপার্ট বানিয়েছিল। This is almost 100 years after the Great French Revolution. This was made, and এটারই একটা রেপ্লিকা বলবো না, এটারই ধরনের একটা আইডিয়া নিয়ে এর 100 ইয়ার্স পরে আমাদের ইন্ডিয়াতে একটা বানানো হয়, which is called the India Gate. So we are in Paris, in front of the Arch de Triomphe, made by the great Napoleon Bonaparte.
Of 1,200 cannons from the Austerlitz battle, one of Napoleon I's battles. At the end of the fight, they took all those cannon, they melted them, and they built this column. And that's why if you break your neck, at the top of the column you'll see a statue presenting Napoleon I Napoleon. So look at those beautiful buildings right and left, built 300 years ago. Very symmetrical, and we French, we love things being very symmetrical. Left hand side, the white awning, that's a very expensive hotel called the Ritz Hotel. Sadly famous because that's the hotel where Princess Diana had the Last Supper. And then after that she was killed in the tunnel not too far from the Eiffel Tower. So those buildings were built at the time of Louis XIV, the king. His nickname was the Sun King. That's why if you look on the balconies on the first row, the yellow circle Inside the circle, the design of a sun, the emblem of Louis XIV. You know a game called Monopoly?
Yeah.
In France, different city, different Monopoly.
Yeah.
If you are playing the Parisian Monopoly, that's the most expensive street where we are. It's called the Peace Street because you have expensive jewelry stores, you know, Tiffany, Rolex, Cartier. So it's also for window licking. Eh?
Yeah.
So we are here near shopping area of Paris on the downtown part of the city. We're not too far from the Opera House, which is the landmark for the shopping area. Until 10 years ago, stores, shops used to open in France only 6 days per week, from Monday through Saturday. Almost everything was closed on Sunday, because in France, lots of rules and regulations are based on the religion, Catholic. God said that no one should be working on Sunday. It's supposed to be a day off. So that's why, until 10 years ago, everything was closed on Sunday. No activity level, no business, no economy. But for the last few years now, in large city, big cities, then you have quite a few places which do open on Sunday. Left hand side is the Opera House, but unfortunately the building is under renovation. Left hand side, that's the Opera House. The facade is a complete renovation, and in order to hide the scaffolding, they put this big advertisement for Chanel, and then underneath Chanel, this is fake. On the sides, the first floor, columns are real, but the rest is fake. See, this is again for hiding the work. Isn't it nice?
Very nice.
Very nice. Very sundar. Sundar mara hai na? Level and level. So behind this Opera House Piche, are located all the famous department store that we have in Paris, called the Printemps, Galerie Lafayette. Look, ladies and gentlemen, right hand side. You see how the facade is fake?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So it was built by one architect called Charles Garnier, and even though he was the architect, the first evening they had an event, he was not invited. He had to pay for his own ticket. Left hand side, you can see some people going down the steps coming out. You see on the left? That's the metro. It's the underground system. What's the name of the underground system in Paris? Metro, M-E-T-R-O, right? In London, it's called the Tube. In America, subway. In Paris, the Metro. See, left-hand side, and the metro station. It is one of the oldest underground systems in Europe, built in 1900, after the ones in London and Budapest. The metro starts in the morning at 5:30 until midnight, midnight next morning. How to find the metro stations? Either you look for big yellow M standing for metro, or just a sign where it says metro or metropolitan. Now we just say metro. Using the metro in Paris is easier compared to other cities where, depending how far you want to go, you have different prices. Or here, all the tickets the same fixed price. So if you want to make 2 stops, 20, 40, as long as you remain underground for maximum 1.5 hours, then you use the same ticket. One ticket is €2.10. And we Parisian people, we buy a monthly pass. It's a pass which is good for 1 whole month, unlimited trips, €88. That's for the metro and the city buses as well, because it's the same company, so you can use them both.
India also we call metro.
Sorry?
India also we call metro rail.
In India you have the metro?
Yeah, no. All big cities are having
Really? Underground?
Oldest in
Underground
Kolkata.
as well as overhead.
Oldest in Kolkata. Oldest in Kolkata.
First one is in Kolkata.
Yeah.
Built by who?
I'm from Kolkata.
It was built by who? The metro?
It was a local construction agency.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hyderabad is done by L&T.
Yeah. No, it was Gammon India.
Hyderabad.
Correct.
No, the Kolkata underground, that one is started, na?
1984.
1994.
No,
That's very new.
First one. Recently new one constructed, na? That is
This is an extension.
that is getting inaugurated.
Correct.
All right, so this weather we have today, that's normal for this time of the year in Paris. It's spring, okay? So it could be colder, it could be pouring whole day long, it could be sunny whole day long, it could be warmer. So that's typical. Huh? Winter time, we don't have much snow in Paris. In fact, last winter it's been snowing just for a few minutes. The average temperature in winter time is around 5 or 6 degrees, but we also have a few days like -10, -2, 12, yes, but very few days. Average is 5 or 6 degrees Celsius. Summertime are getting harder and harder. I think it's everywhere in the world, isn't it? Last summer we had 4 heat waves, 4 of them. Prosto.
Global
Prosto
warming.
nie można.
Prosto.
Nie.
Yes, prosto.
Nie.
Yeah, it's
Lewo.
okay. No.
Lewo.
It's okay, prosto.
No prosto nie.
Yes,
Nie.
I pay. Don't worry, I pay.
No,
Go prosto.
no. Prosto
Go.
nie jadę.
Yes,
Jest
yes,
zakaz.
yes. We can go.
Sorry, no.
We lose half an hour to do this way.
Daj zrób.
It's okay. I do it
Lokale.
every day. No. It's okay. I do every day. I pay.
Hej, pej.
I pay. I promise. I pay you. I promise.
সো আমাদের ট্যুর গাইড ম্যাডাম ড্রাইভারকে ইনসিস্ট করছে এই ভেতরে শর্টকাটটা নিয়ে যেতে। দিস ইজ এ শর্টকাট টু লুভ মিউজিয়াম, কিন্তু রাস্তাটা হচ্ছে নো এন্ট্রি, সো গাড়ি নট অ্যালাউড। সেই জন্য ড্রাইভার কিছুতেই যেতে রাজি হচ্ছে না। তখন আমাদের গাইড ম্যাডাম ড্রাইভারকে বলছে যে আপনি চলুন, যদি কোনো কিছু হয়, পুলিশ যদি ধরে, ফুল পেনাল্টি আমি দেবো পকেট থেকে। সো লুক অ্যাট হার কনফিডেন্স লেভেল। She is one of the most reputed guide in the Paris city.
But every day I'm doing it with foreign bus. I'm taking a risk. So it's not our driver's fault. It's my responsibility. So if the police is there, I'll have to pay for the fine.
So nice.
'Cause I want to show you the glass pyramid of the Louvre Museum. That's the Louvre Museum. Look right and left. How long is the wing? That's the Louvre Museum. Louvre is one of the 94 museums that we have in Paris. 94 museums and 120 art galleries. So you see how many days you have to spend in Paris to visit every single museum, 94. So you see, if we are not driving through, we cannot see the glass pyramid. So be quick, because on the left-hand side we're going to see the glass pyramid. Let's have a big applause to our driver, because
Thank
it's
you,
very
thank
narrow,
you.
very, very narrow. Look at the glass pyramid. Jaldi, left-hand side. That's the main entrance of the Louvre Museum. It's from 1989, the glass pyramid. The red, the building in front of you, behind, left, underneath, the whole thing is the Louvre Museum.
Last pyramid.
So Mona Lisa.
350,000 works of art are inside this museum.
So ma'am, the Mona Lisa inside is the original
Yes,
one, or
Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa is inside.
Yes, Mona Lisa inside.
is the original one, or the original is in the back
Yeah,
locker?
No. Everything has to be original in the museum. So the police is there, okay? So I pay. Don't worry, I pay. Just look to the left. Please look to the left. Don't look to the right. Look to the left-hand side. This is the glass pyramid. Go. You see? He's stopping car, but not buses. Oof.
So your experience matters. A round of applause for you.
Thank you. No, for our driver, because only him can decide. No, that's him who decides. So that's for our driver, not for me. Not for me.
Thank you, Captain.
So the whole museum. You know how long do you normally need to visit the whole thing?
Whole day?
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah, I mean 2 months to visit everything. 2 months, because there are 350,000 works of art. The three the three highlights are the Venus of Milo, the Winged Victory, and of course the famous painting by Leonardo da Vinci, the Mona Lisa. Thank you, Cinquia. Left hand side, all the way down the river, you can see one island. Can you see the crane?
Yeah.
The works going on?
Yeah.
And the rectangular towers?
Yeah.
This is Notre Dame.
This
That's the
church got
church
burnt,
where we
right?
had a fire 4 years ago.
Oh.
That's Notre Dame. So you see that Notre Dame was built on the island. Behind this island is another one. So it was on those two islands where the first people of Paris settled in the 3rd century before Christ. So Paris is 2,200 years old. The first people who came were just a small group. Go shopping, because that's one of the two most expensive streets in Paris for shopping. One of the two fashion streets. This one, Rue Saint-Honoré. The other one is called the Avenue Montaigne. It's so expensive that we'll do only window shopping for the purse. Huh? Window shopping in French, if you translate from French to English, he told you?
No,
No.
he has not.
Window licking.
Okay.
Because you're so close to the window, you must lick the window. Don't lick the window of the purse, huh? Of course. Ladies, have you heard about the shoes Louis Vuitton?
Yeah.
There it is on your left-hand side with the red facade. Very expensive, fancy shoes. What is special about Louis Vuitton? The sole is red. Louvre, left-hand side, Spanish brand. Fendi, Italian. Then Celine, old French side. My favorite brand, Chanel, left-hand side. The largest Chanel in the world. Because that's the street on your left-hand side where she opened her first boutique, Chanel. Another Dior, Burberry, Giovanni, Gianni Versace. This is the fashion street. Window licking only. Too expensive. Lewo. Cinquia. As we're going to go left, coming up another Louis Vuitton building. That's the latest one they opened with a nice facade. You see on the facade of Louis Vuitton they change the decoration every few months' time. Come back Christmas time, have some Christmas decoration, you know, and so on. So that's I like this decoration in front of you. This is very spring, huh, because you see all the little rabbits. Yeah. One of them is my dinner. Are you all veg?
No, strictly
Non-veg is also
Huh?
there.
Strictly non-vegetarian.
Strictly non-veg.
Allergic to veg.
To the veg people, you mean? All right, so no. So we French people normally work straight close to. No, we French people normally work 5 days per week from Monday through Friday. We work in France 35 hours per week. That's the regulation. And we have 5 weeks of vacations per year. 5 weeks off. Pay leave. Plus bank holidays. Some of the largest companies even give 6 weeks off to their staff. So most of the French take 3 or 4 weeks in summer, July or August, and then the rest during winter time for going skiing.